What is up, guys? It's your boy Lexo. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be remaking Houdini, new song by Eminem. Let's get into it. This project file is gonna be available on my Patreon, link in the description below. So this song is heavily inspired by Eminem's old style, especially taken from the old song called Without Me, which is a song by Eminem which was released 14 years ago. Big banger, big smash hit. He comes back with that same style here. So we're gonna be going into how it was made. So this song heavily uses staccato pianos. If you don't know what staccato means, it simply means pianos that play like this instead of this. The long notes are simply called sustain notes, the short ones like this. These are staccato notes, so that's what a staccato is, and this is what the song is mainly using. It's mainly playing these staccato chords. If we open here, you'll see that the first piano, which I'm getting from Omnisphere, sounds like this. There's some very staccato keys here. I'm layering those keys with a lot of other keys in order to have a nice thick sound. Our second piano sounds like this. I'm getting this one from Contact, a library called The Giant. So I'm layering that piano from Omnisphere and this piano from Contact together to give a nice thick sound, trying to emulate how the song sounds. And this is what we have. It doesn't quite sound like the song yet, and we're getting to that now, okay? We're going to add a few more layers. So the next layer we're adding is the luan, which is an Asian string from up there in Asia. I'm using DSK Asian Dreams. This was once a free plugin back in the day. I don't know about now. It's been so long since I've had this plugin, but it was a free plugin back in the day. I don't know about now. Maybe it still is. It always was a free plugin, but it gives me this nice luan sound. You see? And I'm using that here to match how the song sounds, because I noticed that it sounds a bit similar, the cadence. So this is what this one sounds like. Yes, I'm having it attack the higher octaves to give that nice top end. And then lastly, I have these digital chords, which are just some digital chords, as the name says, that I'm getting from Serum. They sound like this. Yeah, that's a bit laggy, that's why I've rendered everything out. Those sounds are here to just give a nice blend and make it sound identical to the original song. With the pianos, the luan, and these digital chords, everything, this is what we have. Sounds very, very good. Okay, so there's this string lead. It's a violin, it's a cello, I'm not too sure, but it comes in the chorus, and I thought I'd just include that now, since I want to go to the drums all at once. So this is what the string lead sounds like. It's very simple. It sounds like this. This is playing in the chorus. So what I've done here, I've actually pitched up this sound that I consolidated out. The original, it sounded like this. So I just consolidated that sound, as you can see, and I pitched it up here. That's why you see the pitch is on 100%, is to have that high up sound, which is how it sounds in the song. So from this to this. Pretty simple. So that string lead with everything else so far, it sounds like this. Alright, now getting to the bass. I have this bass guitar here, which I'm getting from Boo Bass, and it sounds like this. Sounds really good. I'm layering it together with these other bass pianos, which I'm noticing are the main one. There's these bass pianos that are playing. Basically, that same Contact and that same Omnisphere, which I'm having play the main pianos up there, I'm just copying and pasting them and messing with the EQ a little bit to automate a little bit for the bass. This is what the first piano sounds like. I'm sure you're noticing it's a bit more bassier than the first one. The first lead's up there. That's just because I'm messing with the EQ here to allow the bass to be fully realized. It sounds like this. And then we have this second piano, which is also coming from Contact, again, from up there. And I'm running it through that same equalizer that you just saw, and it sounds like this. You see, it sounds different from the first one. If we layer them together, they give a nice thick sound. It sounds like this. So it sounds a lot fuller, but I'm noticing that it's not sounding too bassy as the song does. That's why I have this boo bass guitar up here, which I showed you earlier. They're working together, all of them, all these three, to give a nice full thick piano bass balance here. So all three of them, they sound like this. Now you see that there's a nice piano sound that sounds bassy, and with also a nice level bass from the bass guitar here. So all the sounds together, they all sound like this. Okay, so now we're going to the drums. We have the kick, which is the identical kick, and it sounds like this. Next to that, we have the main snare, and it sounds like this. And I'm layering that snare with these snare layers, which are there to just give it a bit more fullness and make it sound extremely similar to the song. These I'm getting them from an old Jay-Z drum kit that I have. I use it pretty much for all these old beat type songs because it has a lot of the sounds from that era. I'm gonna put it on my Patreon for all y'all who wanna get access to those old like retro sounds. So the first snare, it sounds like this, and the second one, it sounds like this. Together they give a nice thick sandwich, which sounds like this. Very nice, very tense, very thick. And together with the main snare, they all sound like this, which sounds very similar to the song. If we add the kick, this is what we have. Next, we have this open hat, and it sounds like this. Next, we have this perc layer, which is a percussion that sounds a lot like an open hat, so I just added that there. It sounds like this. So that percussion and this open hat, together, they all sound like this now. And then we have this shaker, and it sounds like this. So all the drums together, they now sound like this. Next that we have this crash, which I'm layering two crashes together to give a nice thick sound. With the first crash, which I'm getting from Sematics, it sounds like this. And then the second crash, which is from the Jay-Z sound pack again, it sounds like this. I'm having this automation clip down here to load in the volume of the crashes so that they don't clash with the kick. When the kick hits and the cymbals aren't being lowered by that automation clip, check it out how it sounds. You see, the kick can't breathe. It's being subdued by the crazy high end from the crashes. But if we add this nice automation clip, which just loads in the volume of the crashes so that the kick has time to breathe in the initial impact, it sounds like this. Again, this is before, and this is after. You see, it makes the kick have a nice air to breathe, and it gives the kick a bit more impact whenever the crash sounds. So all the drums with the cymbals and everything, it all sounds like this. And all the sounds together in the song, the drums, the sounds, the pianos, everything, this is what we have. And that's it for this song, guys. This is how Houdini by Eminem was made inside FL Studio. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This FOB is gonna be available on my Patreon, link in the description below. Go join the Patreon, guys. I'm gonna be uploading so much more content on there. And with that being said, peace, guys. See y'all in the next video.